So I guess I'm back. I'm sniffling and sneezing, and I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm getting sick, but it's not fun. It's not fun. Hear that? I hope not. Probably heard that. Yeah, this isn't fun, but hang in there. It's been like forever since I made like an actual video instead of just doing shorts. And that's on me. Even this, it's kind of avoiding the topic. This is Aria Val, her mom, Aspen. It was Ashlyn, but I realized I already have a story with a character named Ashlyn. It's not finished. That one's called Don't Judge Me on Inkit. If anybody's interested. I used like recommending Inkit because it's a lot. Well, I found a lot of really good stories there, and you don't have to weed through the like crap like Wattpad where it's a lot of, you know, this story's gonna have this, and this in it, and then you click on a story. There's only one part. That part is a paragraph saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna write it," and you realize this was posted in 2009. They're not writing this motherfucker. So. And then you're disappointed and in a bad mood and you need another one. But then you find 10 stories just like that, okay? And they're not even stories, they're disappointments. Yeah, so this is Aria Val's dad, Damien. Aspen and Damien have been together since they were teenagers. And Aria Val was born. And then they have their son, Damon, because ship names. They didn't have any other kids, I was just too lazy to move this. This is Damon's. Aria Val, I think, has an IUD or something. Yeah, it's copper IUD. So does Aspen, the mom. You guys don't care about that. These are just my Sims doing Sim things. Yeah, so, what's been going on with me lately, besides the sniffles and sneezing, is a lot of problems, really. Well, the main problem is I have a humongous family, and people just keep dying. I have no idea. It's like we've moved far past the quota of normal, and it's become excessive, and I don't understand it. And it's like, there's a lot of my extended family that I don't know because we just have way too many. When I say way too many, one of my ancestors had 17 different children. 17 children. God damn, it's just too much family to keep up with. Yeah, one of my cousins currently had had 8 children. I think she's down to 7 now, which is sad. But yeah, people keep dying. It's crazy. It's like a weird phenomenon. Like, last year, the weird phenomenon was heartbreak season. So many people were getting their hearts broken. So many of my family, friends, myself even, that was a tough time. Speaking of which, so I had a thing a couple weeks ago, where pretty much this person, I was with my D&D group as usual, ready. My friend that runs the game wasn't home, so he was having tech problems while everybody was pretty much just waiting, whatever, and he told us he was having tech problems. Somebody from the like original group, because I'm the only person that's left, somebody from the original group decided to come back and was talking to everybody. I didn't recognize him at first because he was only there for like a few weeks and then left, so it wasn't long enough for me to get used to his voice and character and stuff. He left because he said it was boring. We had just started. We literally just started the game. And you're already bored. You don't know why? You're not making it fun. But long story short, after a lot of people leave, he starts talking to me about, you know, my ex. And I was just like, that was the second time that week that somebody had done that. So he was talking about like, oh, I feel bad for him because he's a widower now. And I was like, I just told the truth. Told my truth. And then he was like, what? I can't what? And then I explained everything. And then, yeah, so then, like, after we had our conversation, mind you, nobody else was there, he texted me and was like, yeah, so I will consider joining the game after I observe. Never came back. And like, thanks for telling me this, this, and this. I'm like, yeah. And then I really took into account, like, what I had said had really, like, changed this person's mood from, like, oh, you know, I might join the game, okay, you know, maybe neutral to sad, angry. I'm not doing anything with The Sims, really. I'm just confessing things. Ah, shit, she's doing drugs. Well, Ariavel, time to change your name to Rue. Time to change your name to Rue. I should add that in one of my stories. Never mind. So what ended up happening after that is that dude, without asking me, mind you, I told some pretty personal details in the story about things that were said to me, to the point where it brought me, like, back to a state of confusion emotionally for like a week. He's telling a bunch of people these details and things, and I'm just like, to the point where I got back to my other friend who was like, hey, can you send me like an audio recording like you said you had? And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, what do you need it for? And then he's like, oh yeah, so this one person that you've never met before was asking because he heard this story. And I was like, the only change I made recently was telling this kid who was a year younger than me and already going around snitching like Paul Revere. Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with telling people, but at least ask me first. Like, what the fuck? That's not all. So, that's the one ex drama that I was dealing with. And then there's part two. Not of this story, but another one. You ever have a partner and then your partner's ex just texts them out of the blue? I don't understand that because she, like, texted. They haven't been together for years, and she texted him saying some pretty much like, hey, you know, I hear your life's going great. I have a fiance, I have a daughter. Like, she was born on this day. We found out about her this day. This is how she was born. Here's a picture. And I'm like, wait, wasn't this the abusive one that you told me about? If y'all ended things negatively, why is she looking back? I don't understand that. Because, like, see, I would rather run over. I would rather, I'm not going to say commit vehicular manslaughter because that's not nice. I would rather, let's say, not commit vehicular manslaughter than nicely text back an ex, because that would, I'm not encouraging crime here. Why would I do that? But yeah, no, because, see, I was told this, so I'm not like, oh, jealous, but I'm confused, especially as a person with, like, a massive ego, because I'm like, I will not catch myself lacking, just out here being like, oh, you know, hey, how's life going? Because that gives Lifetime movie Obsessed Crazy. That gives Still Into You by Paramore energy. And I would not be caught dead, because I'd be like, no. I also just wouldn't say a nice word, like, but then again, I don't have to worry about seeing this person on the street no more. Alright, you have school. Time for you to go to bed. But yeah, so, that's that drama. But I just find it to be absolutely confusing as a person, as a woman, as somebody that's been with somebody that didn't end well. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know, poor me, today, because I will admit I have said some things that were warranted. Don't mess with me and there won't be any problems. I mean, not to this girl because I don't know her, but like I have this trusting relationship now where with my partner where he's going to tell me these things. He's going to be like, hey, look at this BS. And I'm just like, yeah, that's crazy. And I know that he's not going to text her because, trust. Which is another thing, right? I realized that last year that while I was going through what I was going through previously in that relationship, I was also working on fixing myself to where I'm not gonna be the type of person to be like, who are you with? For how long? You were with another girl? Oh, now I gotta kill her. Because I was obsessive. I was crazy. But I trained myself to be better. I trained myself to have patience. Trained myself that when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this person is my safe place. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna do something. Play a game. Get it off my mind. Get my feelings out there one way or another. Make a video maybe. Which ended up making me a better person. Which makes me even more in love with myself. Think about it. Like, people out there, you should love yourself. I don't get people that don't. People that don't, like, stand in the mirror and just be like, I look good today. And I'm not saying that there's, like, nothing wrong with not being egotistic and being humble. Honestly, that's a very admirable quality. But I also don't understand it. Because in my mind, no, I'm not ridiculing anybody that feels otherwise. I'm just going to tell you how I feel. In my mind, you're only given one body. So why not love it while you have it? But yeah, that's it for today.